postgraduate scholarship, we cover full tuition fees. We provide connectivity and academic stipends. Just like on-campus scholars, online postgraduate scholars also receive in-person and online workshops wherever possible. Online scholars have access to WhatsApp and social support across the year, their year of study and subject of study. They also have access to special events and schemes, for example, the Edinburgh Innovations Fund. And throughout your study with us, you will have an online coordinator from Mastercard Foundation. And on top is that you'll have an online coaching and academic. These are usually one-to-ones every semester. And when it comes to our postgraduate scholarships, applicants can either apply for online masters or online postgraduate diploma. What is the difference between master's and postgraduate diploma? So for the first one, for masters, it's usually part-time and it spans over a period of 3 years. And for online postgraduate diploma, it's also part-time and runs over a period of 2 years. The difference between masters and diploma is masters only do dissertation research at the end after their coursework. However, the postgraduate diploma students do not do a dissertation research. So once you have completed your coursework, you're eligible to get a diploma, postgraduate diploma rather. And scholarships are available for the following online postgraduate program only. And just like on campus, all our online postgraduate programs are also aimed to tackle the issue of climate change. So we aim to equip students with knowledge, research, and skills in these programs listed here that should be able to position you in a place where you're able to address the issue of climate change. And you're wondering who the online scholarship is aimed at, and this is both master's and postgraduate diploma. So it's aimed at graduates of undergrad degree program. So if you've completed your undergrad program, you're eligible to any of our online scholarships. It's also those who are seeking to complement their professional lives with a top-class academic qualifications. And it's also aimed at those individuals who have moved back to the continent after studying and want to continue studying while also working. You might have noticed that the on-campus studies only last for 1 year. That is because the 1 year is usually very intense, whereas the online scholarship span over 2 years or 3 years. So this basically is supposed to, aimed at giving you an opportunity to study while also working or rather attending to any other community. And just like for on-campus scholarships, we also particularly welcome applications from everyone, but we encourage female scholars and scholars from refugee and displaced backgrounds to apply for the scholarship as well. And you might be asking yourself, what are the benefits of online when you could study on campus? So most people tend for online study for the following reasons. The top one is our online qualifications are equivalent to our on-campus master qualifications. So whether you studied online with us, your final certificate will not say that you did online learning. No. Whether you studied on campus or on, your final degree certificate will be equal. And our online learners receive the same attention from lecturers and tutors, and assessment is just as rigorous as it will be for on. And unlike on-campus study, online master's programs allow you to pursue a career at the same time, give you a chance to study. As mentioned before, it provides you with the flexibility to study over 2 years if you're studying for postgrad, or 3 years if you're doing a master's. And as for when it comes to student support, like accessing the library or career services, whether you're studying online, you have the same benefits as a student who is studying on campus. I'll give you a little bit introduction to what studying online entails. Usually, studying online, you will have to complete you'll have to complete 120 out of 140 study credits and a dissertation of dissertation of 60 credits as well. And it's usually 20 credits, and it takes 1 semester to complete a course. So each course you're studying at the university, you will it's assigned 20 credits. And in terms of time commitment, as an online scholar, you're required to give about 20 hours a week into your studies. You can take 1 or 2 courses per semester depending on how busy your other commitments are. And we always encourage our scholars to speak to their employers before embarking on an online postgraduate study, because this allows them to understand that they have another commitment somewhere and they'll be in a better position to support them. And ultimately, this makes studying much more manageable. And now, thinking about the recruitment for the coming cycle, that is 2024 September. If you want to be with us in 2024 September, applications for the Mastercard Financial Program are going to open on the 23rd of October. Please note this date, 23rd October, that is this month, and they will close on the 7th of December, 5 p.m. UK time. All our applications are done online through an online application system. We do not accept paper-based applicants or email applications. And if you're successful for the scholarship, we will support you to apply to your chosen degree program at the University of Edinburgh. Please note that at the University of the Scholars program, where you are supposed to apply for the scholarship before you apply to the degree program. This is different from many institutions that you might be conversant with. I know other institutions with other scholarships, they encourage you to apply for a degree program before applying for the scholarship. But for our case, we encourage you to apply for the scholarship first, and then you will apply for the degree program. And now when it comes to eligibility criteria, as I mentioned before, applicants must have completed that degree by and have your final degree certificate and transcript. And before you apply for the scholarship, you must first check that you meet the minimum entry requirements choosing degree program. And all our applicants must be nationals living in sub-Saharan African countries. Our master's applicants should be planning to or have completed a postgraduate degree already. We have an exception for a postgraduate diploma. So if you plan to apply for postgraduate diploma, you can either have an undergrad degree or a master's degree from a sub-Saharan African country. Kindly please note of this. And as always, our applicants should demonstrate the impact the scholarship will have on themselves and others. When it comes to admission requirements to the University of Edinburgh, they often differ depending on the kind of degree program you're applying for, or the country of previous study, or sometimes even the university that you went to. But we have a baseline of 2.1, that is second class upper division, or bachelor's honors degree. If you want to know more about the minimum entry requirements to the University of Edinburgh, you can, I will share this link to the chat section, or at your free time, you can also Google that. And most importantly, our applicants are required to sit for English tests. Not all applicants, though. You should also check the University of Edinburgh entry requirements, whether you will be required to sit for English language test. They should either be TOEFL or IELTS. And thinking of who is a Mastercard Foundation Scholar. So the scholars that we have had on the program for the last 7 years, and the scholars that we hope to have on the program for the next 7 years, should embrace these qualities. Our scholars are usually visionary, they are very proactive, they are very professional, they are very passionate about impact, about driving impact in their communities. They are very empathetic and creativity, very open-minded, and always committed to inclusion. And this will be my second last slide. So in terms of next steps, as I mentioned, our applications will open on the 23rd of this month. So we advise that you apply for the scholarship first through our online application form. And if you're successful, you will be assisted to apply to your degree program at the University of Edinburgh. Our interviews are often video done on Zoom or Teams. And for this coming year, we'll have our interviews running in February 2024. And all successful applicants will join the program in September 2024. Please note that you're only allowed to make one application per time. So, and you are only allowed to apply to either online scholarship or on-campus scholarship. You cannot apply for both. And once you have registered, all applicants are encouraged to read and understand the application guidance before submitting an application to avoid any errors and incomplete information. And that is it about the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program at the University of Edinburgh. Thank you so much for listening to me. If you have any questions, please unmute or just type that in the chat area. Thank you. Does anyone have a question?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I joined in the middle of the presentation. I don't know whether you have probably covered this. I just wanted to ask whether your presentation covered courses that the Mastercard scholarship covers. For instance, I remember sometimes when I checked, they have specific graduate courses that you can apply for if you want the Mastercard scholarship. Is this still the case?
Yes, that is still the case, and I covered that. I'm happy to post all these programs in the chat section if it works best for everyone. Let me just post that in the chat section. Hi, Patrick. I was just saying that seemed like there's no other question.
No, I think you responded to Marie. Sorry, my internet is I think slow. Okay, there's one question though. Someone is asking if the scholarships are available to higher national diploma students, HND students.
No, scholarships are only available to those who have bachelor's degree.
Okay, thank you. So, so Israel, I hope you had the response to your question. Scholarships are only available to students with a bachelor's degree. Does anyone else have any new questions to ask? They'd like to ask. Okay, so I believe Beatty will share with us contact details if we need to get in touch with further questions. Okay, there's another question. What's the grade requirement for scholarship? And it's from some. What's the final? What's the cutoff passing that? So, Samuel, did you see the answer? Second class honors, upper division, and above. Okay, thank you. Do we have any more questions coming in? I believe so. I believe it's a 3.0 out of a 4 GPA. But I think those are usually sometimes categorized or spelled out on your certificate once you graduate. So you should know what it is, what exactly it will be when you're doing that. But I think generally a 3.0 GPA out of 4 to qualify. No, I think that's a second class lower. Yeah, I think from here, what I know is a 3.0 to about 3.4 or 3.2 something is second class lower, and then the 3.2 to 3.6 is a second class upper, and then the first class. But we can, I think Faithy just responded that once you put in that the application or the inquiry can be compared and then made sure to see if it falls in line with their qualifications that they are looking for. Do we have any more questions coming in? So Faithy, should anyone want to get in touch, how do we do that?
I will share my email address.
Okay.
Yes, and you can drop me an email. I'll be able to respond to your questions. I've written that in the chat area.
Okay, so Faithy just shared her email address with us. So for anyone who has further questions to ask, please go ahead to email her. She'll respond to any questions you may have. There's one more question that just came in from Emmanuel. He wants to know if you have any advice for applicants interested in applying for a master's degree program.
General advice, or do you have any particular question?
Yeah, I think a general advice.
Yeah, I would say before you study a master's program, you really must know whether a master's is what you want at that particular point in time. And master's programs are usually aimed at those who want to build more expertise in a certain area. So you must be careful with the area that you exactly want to choose, whether it's a continuation from your bachelor's program or whether it is industry experience that you've gained and you just want to build and your intellectual capacity in it. So in a nutshell, really ask yourself whether master's is what you want at this particular point in time.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Faithy. Emmanuel, I hope your question was answered. Okay.
Yes. I wanted to ask if she has any advice for applicants that are interested in applying for the MasterCard scholarship. Any tips that she may have?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
When it comes to tips, I would say, first of all, the MasterCard Foundation Scholarship is very competitive. And at this point, you must already be looking around our website or social medias and understanding what is the Scholars Program in Edinburgh about, what are our values, what is our mission and vision. In that way, you'll be able to then reflect back on your life, on the things that you've been doing, the activities that you've been involved in, whether it is in your community, in terms of leadership, or it is in your school. Check this to see how they align with the essence of the Scholars Program. And in doing so, you'll be able to submit an excellent application because you'll have tailored your responses in accordance to the essence of the Scholars Program. And you'll also have shown how your experience, your passion fits into the Scholars Program, and demonstrate clearly how your future goals will also fit into the Scholars Program.
Emmanuel, I hope she answered your question. Your question for you. Okay. So I'll just ask one more question in rounding up. I'm sure it probably might be on your website, but for the benefit of everyone else, what is there an age cap to is there an age limit to the applicants, or even if I'm 40 years and I still want to do a master's degree, I can apply through the MasterCard Foundation, Scholars Foundation program.
Yeah, we do have an age limit. All our applicants must be below the age of 35 at the time of applying.
Okay. Right. And one more thing, I know the goal is to have these students, return home after the completion of their studies. What happens in an instance where the applicant doesn't want to return home?
The Scholars Program has been designed in a way that we do offer transition support to students after their studies. So we try our best to ensure that students have a seamless transition back into the society, back into the work environment. And this can be whether scholars choosing to maybe go back to the continent, go back to their countries and work there. I mean, during the year, we'll still try to maintain connections with organizations and companies in their countries. As a scholars program, we encourage students to maintain those connections. We do have our own connections that we have established as well. And so all these are aimed to ensure that students will be able to have a seamless transition. And again, if scholars want to maybe venture into entrepreneurship, we also have a capacity to help scholars with that. We encourage our scholars to, create change, drive change within their communities. And for a very long time, we've learned that our scholars can drive this change from wherever they are. So while we encourage our students to go back home, we also understand that we need to provide students with the enough capacity to be able to return home and drive that change that we encourage.
Okay, thank you. I think Samuel has another question, but before we do that, we will share a feedback form with you guys. Would love for all of you who attend.
Okay. In this case, I'm going to log out. Patrick, thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you for allowing me to speak to the scholars, to the students.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Faithy.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah, thank you so much for honoring our invitation. I know Patrick has said it all, but we really appreciate your time and commitment to do this, especially on a Sunday. Thank you so much. Please, would you be able to share the presentation, unless I missed that already?
Yes, I'll be able to share my presentation on the 9th of October.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are you on leave already?
No, I'm not on leave, but we are currently changing a few things at the Scholars Program. So once all that is approved, then I'll be able to share the presentation.
That's fine. That's fine. We really appreciate that. Thank you, and have a lovely week and a happy new month.
Thank you so much. You too have a lovely week. Happy new month. And all the best to all the students.
Thank you very much.